Well, it's time for News Extra, and today brought to you by Intralinks. Here's Kevin Mooney.
Thank you, Dennis. Good morning, everyone. We have 3 gals from the Morrill Spanish Club. 2 of them have already graduated. One of them is a sophomore. And they are going to talk about their trip to Puerto Rico that they just completed. Got back to Morrill just last Sunday, and they're going to tell us about their trip to Puerto Rico and how much fun it was and how they funded it and all that kind of stuff. We have Erika Derr, a sophomore, Anna Rodriguez, again, who graduated this spring, and also Amanda Kaufman, who graduated this spring. So Amanda's going to do the first speaking here. All right, Amanda. So when you guys were thinking about this, tell us how it all came about. Well, okay, we're going to go to Puerto Rico. How did you decide all that?
Well, we looked at a couple different countries and different options and stuff like that, and we decided that Puerto Rico would be a good way to go because it's still part of the U.S. and you wouldn't have to have a whole lot of paperwork. And we did it after the school year, so we wouldn't have to worry about missing school or anything like that. And we also found a really good tour group down there, the Vamonos Tours, and we thought that would be a great option to go with.
All right, so it wasn't just you guys on your own. You went with a tour group, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. All right, and you raised money, right?
Yeah, we had a car wash probably after Easter. I think it might have been a little bit before Easter, and we raised quite a bit of money through that. But we also do our annual enchilada day in November, and we sold over 300 dozen enchiladas, and so that created a big income for us too.
All right, very good. All right, let's hand the mic over there to the sophomore here, Erika Derr. Okay, so tell us what it was like. Where did you go first?
When we flew into Puerto Rico, we landed in San Juan, which is the capital, and we drove to Old San Juan to go look at the forts, which it was one of the coolest things ever.
Yeah, kind of neat, huh?
Yeah, it was really.
Don't see those every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after Old San Juan, we drove all the way down to Ponce.
And you were there for quite a while. That was kind of your base for what? Several days, right?
Yeah, 3 days.
Okay. So why did you drive to Ponce?
Well, yeah, there were the beaches, and we went to an orphanage, and we also went and looked at the markets, and Ponce is just a very cultural place. It had a lot of its this Puerto Rican culture down in Ponce.
Okay. And then one of the places you went was kind of like a special beach with a lighthouse and all that kind of stuff, huh? Tell us about that.
Yeah. The Playa Sucia was the beach we went to, and it was the prettiest beach in Puerto Rico. And right above La Playa was the lighthouse. And there's only 14 lighthouses in Puerto Rico.
That's pretty good. Plus a special beach with, some lit up plankton? Is that what it was, kind of?
Anna?
Let Anna describe what the beach was like.
The beach was really beautiful, like the white sand, the pretty color of the water, and I'm not a water person because, I don't know, I'm afraid of water. And so going there, I actually overcame my being scared of the water because I actually got in the water. And there was one day that we went to the bioluminescent bay, and we got to swim under the boat where there was plankton that lit up. And we were glowing in the dark as we were under there, and it was different for me because it's not something I would normally do, and I did it, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you guys do any snorkeling or any of that stuff?
No.
No, none of that stuff. Okay. All right, we'll take a break, talk more about what's going on right after this.
Is your wireless computer network secure? With their years of professional service, you can trust Intralink's technical solutions to keep your small or medium business computer system up and running. Not having a secure wireless network can put your computers at risk. Call Intralinks at 632-6590 to have one of their highly experienced techs set up, troubleshoot, and secure your wireless network. For weekly tips and information, friend Intralinks on Facebook at intralinks.net/Facebook.
All right, we're back on News Extra. We're talking to some members of the Morrill High Spanish Club who took a big trip to Puerto Rico. 5 days, 4 nights. They just got back to Morrill on Sunday from this trip to Puerto Rico that they funded through enchilada sales, a car wash, a bunch of other stuff. And we have Anna Rodriguez with us, who just graduated this spring. Also, Amanda Kaufman just graduated this spring, and Erika Derr, a sophomore. So, Amanda, when you went there, you also went to you had a rainforest tour, and you also did some kind of a scavenger hunt, right?
Yeah, we went to one of the older markets in Ponce, and we had a scavenger hunt there. It was a digital scavenger hunt, so that was kind of different. And we just were in groups of 3 or 4, and we went around the market and asked some of the locals questions that they had given us, and we had to take pictures of different fruits and foods and stuff like that. And it was kind of different because most of them didn't speak English, so we had to really use our Spanish-speaking skills and try and talk to them all in Spanish the best that we could.
That's all right. Yep. That was good. So you kind of learned a little something, huh?
Yes, definitely. We learned a lot about their culture and a lot about the foods that they eat there. Even though they're part of the U.S., they eat a lot of different things than we do. So that was different, learning about all those different things.
Okay, what about the rainforest? Because that was like one of the last things you did, right? It
was amazing. We went up to the rainforest. It's El Yunque, and it's in like the northeastern part of Puerto Rico. And we went up there and we did some hiking up to a couple waterfalls, and we actually got to go swimming under the waterfalls with our groups, and it was a lot of fun seeing some of the animals that live in the rainforest also.
All right. Sounds like a wonderful trip. For all 3 of you, I'll let you kind of describe real quick what you thought of the trip. Is this the neatest thing you've done in your lives so far?
I would say so. Getting the opportunity to go out of the country and experience something different in a different culture was an awesome learning experience, and I know I'll remember it. So.
Yeah. All right. Erika, same thing?
Yeah, just same thing. It was an amazing experience. You got to see all the different cultures down in Puerto Rico, and just you learned so much. Just everything down there everything's a new view. Everything's just different.
Yeah. And Anna, you got rid of your fear of water, right?
Yes, and I actually fell in love with their food. They have like the best food ever there.
Really great food.
Yeah,
huh?
It's really good. So.
Yeah. All right. Okay, now Anna, real quick, the 2 that are graduating, what do you guys plan on do after school here?
I plan on going to WNCC and studying radiology or dental hygiene.
Oh, that's great. That's fantastic. Okay, Amanda?
I plan on going to EWC this fall and majoring in secondary education with the hopes of going back to be a high school principal.
All right. She also is she's 11th on the waiting list at the dorm over there, guys, in Torrington, so move her up a little bit. That's what she wants to do, is get in the dorm, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Well, thanks, you guys, for coming in. Sounds like a wonderful trip.